This is Mark Satterfield. Thanks for joining me. There's an analogy that you have probably heard that client attraction is like dating, and it's actually fairly accurate. I mean, it's really all about relationship building, and relationship building does take time. I mean, the story is you don't go up to the pretty girl or the handsome guy at the bar and say, "Hi, I want to get married." I mean, none of us would do that. No, what you try to do is you try to find out some areas of commonality, you put your best foot forward, you build a relationship, and if things progress over time, who knows, you might eventually get married or go into a committed relationship. And in client attraction, we tend to want to jump ahead a few steps. I mean, I'm a marketing guy, so I'm on most marketing people's lists, and most of the videos and stuff that I see is all about screaming at you to buy my stuff, or it's some dude in front of a plane or on top of a Rolls Royce, or I mean, you've seen all this stuff. And it's kind of intriguing in the sense of kind of fun to watch. I mean, this stuff has been around for a long time. But the reality is that if you're a serious business person and you're serious about growing your business, what you need to do is you need to be thinking about, okay, how do I go about building relationships with people who can either hire me or refer me to those that can hire me? And how can I put together a process or a system to facilitate that? That's what we all want to be thinking about. And the good news is that it's not that hard. It requires more intellectual horsepower than anything else. And the steps are pretty straightforward. I mean, first of all, you want to really drill down and think about, okay, what is the major problem, the major point of frustration that your prospective client has? And then you want to create something that's helpful that addresses part of that solution. And I say part of just because from a practical standpoint, there isn't anything that you're going to be able to give them that is going to be the magic bullet that's going to solve all their problems. I mean, if that thing existed, they would go out and get that thing. But you want to try to be helpful and try to provide them some information around how they can solve a particular component of that problem. Now, you put that into a PDF, you put that into a video. There's any of a number of different formats you can use. It doesn't make that much difference. And then you offer that on your website. Okay, nothing terribly complicated there. And people will opt in to get that, and that then enables you to start the relationship process. You supplement that with your ongoing autoresponder email sequence. You supplement that with your posts on YouTube and other social media channels. And over time, and you have to be patient about it. And, if you're anything like me, patience isn't your strong suit. But over time, what will happen is you will build this know, like, and trust. And the real key is that you do this on a consistent basis. But there's nothing inherently, difficult about it. The challenge really winds up being one of thinking through what are the challenges and issues that your prospect faces, and then communicating some real good value-added thinking using your authentic voice. Because why people are going to hire you is predicated on two things. One, do you know your stuff? And I'm going to assume that you do. But guess what? Lots of people know their stuff. So then the question becomes, why are we hiring you versus the other people who know their stuff? And that gets down to that you resonate with them. They actually like you. They feel like you're somebody that they could work well with, and that's really why the videos and the blog posts and the podcasts and all the other means of communicating become so important, because they just facilitate that. Now, does it take a little bit of time? Sure. There's going to be a few people that will probably hire you, sooner rather than later. But you'll find that the majority of people that actually wind up becoming some of your best clients, they've been, a part of your community for a long period of time. So again, it takes a bit of commitment, it takes a bit of thinking, but there's nothing inherently difficult about putting a really effective client attraction system in place. So I hope that this gave you some good food for thought. As always, if I can be helpful to you, I'd love to chat. But until then, this is Mark Satterfield. Bye for now.